This mission is 26. Today's focus is one of the hardest things to maintain: balance. Whether you're managing family, career, health, or healing, balance isn't about perfection. It's about intentional shifts. Before we dive in, I want to acknowledge something. If you're listening to this on your commute, in your garage, or still in a few minutes between chaos, you're already showing up, and that matters. Today we're talking about how to carry the load without losing yourself underneath it. Because balance isn't a destination, it's a daily recalibration. Here's your mental reboot. Balance is not something you find, it's something you create. And truthfully, it's rarely 50-50. You'll have seasons where work demands more than family, or moments when your kids need your full presence and your inbox has to wait. Keenness is awareness and adjustment. Balance doesn't mean equal, it means intentional. Here's what I've learned. We've been sold this lie that balance looks like a perfectly organized calendar where everything gets equal time. That's not balance. That's fantasy. Real balance is dynamic. It's like carrying a heavy pack on a long hike. You don't keep the weight perfectly centered every step, you shift it. You adjust the straps, and you redistribute the load based on the terrain. Some days, your kids are the terrain that needs your full attention, and other days, a work crisis demands you lean in harder there. The mistake isn't in the shifting, it's in forgetting to shift back. It's learning when to grind and when to rest. It's realizing that saying no to something is often saying yes to something more important. When we think we need to do everything, but true strength is knowing when to shift away. Here's the hard truth. You can't be everything to everyone all the time. And trying to will leave you empty for the people who matter most. See this with veterans transitioning to civilian life. They're used to mission clarity, clear objectives, defined roles. But the civilian balance is messier. There's no command structure telling you what takes priority when your boss needs a report. Your kid has a meltdown, and your partner needs support, all at the same time. The answer isn't being perfect in priorities. It's grace and the imperfection. So here's a few things to reflect on. What areas of your life feel overextended right now? What areas are you neglecting because of guilt or external pressure? What's one small adjustment you can make this week to feel more aligned with your values? And who in your life needs to hear that you're struggling with balance too? Moving on to the hack of the day, it's the balance check-in. Here's a simple tool I use every night. It takes 10 seconds, but it's been a game changer. Before bed, ask yourself, did today reflect what matters most to me? Not, was today perfect? Not, did I get everything done? Just, did it reflect what matters most? Some days the answer is yes. Some days it's no. Both answers are data, not judgment. If it's yes, acknowledge it. Celebrate the alignment. If it's a no, ask a follow-up. What can I adjust tomorrow? You'll start noticing patterns. Maybe you're consistently saying no because work is consuming too much headspace. Maybe you're saying no because you're not setting boundaries with your time. Goal isn't perfection, it's awareness. And awareness is the first step toward intentional change. The sports debrief. We watched the Open Championship all weekend. Majority of it because it was so early, so I didn't get to watch a lot of it. And I don't like going back and rewinding something that's already happened because all the updates are on my phone, right? And I see them. So, anyways, Scottie won. Scottie Scheffler won about 17 under. Dominating the course with consistency and mental discipline. Rory finished at like 10 under, rallying through wind and pressure on his home turf. But here's what caught my attention. It wasn't just the final score. It was watching how these guys managed their mental game over 4 days. Scottie didn't win because he had 4 perfect rounds. He won because he stayed balanced under pressure, and he Hit a bad shot, he didn't let it derail the next 3 holes. When the wind picked up, he adjusted his strategy instead of fighting the conditions. So there's balance in action. It's not avoiding the storm, it's adjusting your sails. Golf teaches us something crucial. One hole doesn't define the round, just like one bad day doesn't define your life. You can bogey the 5th, and you can still birdie the 6th. You can have a rough morning with the kids, still show up present for dinner. The key is the reset. The ability to step up to the next tee and focus on the shot in front of you, not the one you missed. Our salute to load bearers, the everyday balancers. Today we recognize the quiet champions of balance, the people who don't get highlight reels but deserve standing ovations. The single parent doing school drop-off, work meetings, and dinner solo will still find energy to read bedtime stories. The veteran returning to civilian life, building new routines while processing old wounds, learning to balance healing with moving forward. Caretaker who juggles medical schedules and emotional strain, holding space for a loved one's pain while protecting their own mental health. Partner who supports others' dreams while not losing sight of their own identity and goals. The working parent who stays late for the project deadline and stays up later helping with homework. Finding balance between providing and being present. Balance doesn't always look calm. It often looks like grit, adaptability, and faith. Looks like showing up imperfectly, but consistently. That's you. I see you. Your load bearing isn't going unnoticed, and we salute you. All right, now it's time for the mid-mission reflection. Let's pause for 60 seconds. Breathe. Close your eyes if you're not driving, and take 3 deep breaths. And ask yourself, where do I feel pulled in too many directions right now? What can I let go of today to regain some margin? And what would balance look like for me this week? Not perfect balance, but intentional balance. Balance isn't silence, it's space. It's margin. It's the pause between the inhale and exhale. So make some space today, even if it's just this moment. And we'll be right back. So we're moving on to this day in military history. July 21st, 1861, First Battle of Bull Run. The first major land battle of the American Civil War took place in Virginia. Many on both sides believed it would be a short war. This battle proved otherwise, lasting much longer and costing more than anyone anticipated. It's a reminder that reality checks can bring clarity and help us rebalance our expectations. Sometimes what we think will be a quick fix requires a longer, more sustained effort. Also today, July 21st, 1944, Guam invasion begins. It's part of the Marianas Campaign in World War II. U.S. forces launched Operation Forager to reclaim Guam from Japanese control. The amphibious assault required meticulous coordination between Navy, Marines, and Army units, air support, naval bombardment, and ground forces, all working in perfect balance. The operation succeeded because each element played its role without trying to do everything. The Navy didn't try to be the Marines. The air support didn't try to be the ground force. And balance through specialization and trust. That's a lesson for us. Balance sometimes means knowing your role, playing it well, trusting others to handle theirs. So now your tech gear, tools to help you stay balanced. Life's about balance, not burnout, and the right tools can help you manage your time, energy, and mental space better. Here are 3 that help keep your load in check. First one's a Timulator Tracker 2, a physical 8-sided time tracking device you can flip based on the task you're doing. Each side represents a different activity: work, family, time, exercise, rest. Great for setting boundaries and seeing your energy actually goes versus where you think it goes. Sometimes the data surprises you. So look at timulator.com, $90. The Muse 2 headband, a biofeedback meditation device that tracks your brain waves, heart rate, succotash, and breath during meditation. Perfect for short daily resets to recenter. It gives you real-time feedback through sounds. When your mind is calm, you hear peaceful nature sounds. When it's active, the sound changes. Balance isn't just physical, it's mental. This helps you train that muscle. $200. ChooseMuse.com. And then you got a Rocket Core Smart Notebook, a reusable notebook that you write in with a special pen, scan with your phone, and sync to the cloud. For the dad juggling too much, this replaces chaos with clarity. Brain dump everything, scan it, organize it digitally, then wipe the pages clean and start fresh. It's like having a reset button for your thoughts. It's only $34 on Amazon. Goal isn't more tech. It's better systems that create space for what matters. So, here's today's brain teaser. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Think on it on your drive, your workout, or while you're doing dishes tonight. The answer will be revealed in Mission 27. The answer from Mission 25 is the letter M, as in mountain. It comes once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years. So if you look at that sentence, that's why you know. So, balance isn't about getting it all right. It's about not giving up when things feel off. It's permission to pivot, grace to reassess, and strength to try again tomorrow. Here's what you want to remember. You're not dropping the ball. You're learning to juggle. And juggling isn't about keeping everything in the air perfectly. It's about the rhythm of catch and release. Knowing that some balls will drop, and that's okay. The important thing is knowing which balls are rubber and which are glass. The rubber ones bounce back. The glass ones need your full attention. Your kids are glass. Your health is glass. Your relationships are glass. That email that feels urgent? Probably rubber. Before we close, I want to remind you why we're here. This podcast started to help veterans and others that the load you carry daily isn't going unseen. Your struggle with balance isn't weakness. It's human. Hey, I first yawned. I almost made it to the end of the episode. If this episode helped you today, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Balance is easier when we're not carrying the load alone. Our next mission, we're diving into invisible wounds. Talking about the battles no one sees, struggles that don't show up on an x-ray, and how to heal from trauma that lives in your mind and heart. Because sometimes the heaviest loads we carry aren't physical. This is Load Bearing Dad. Carry steady, adjust as needed. We're with you. Till next mission, stay strong, stay present, and remember, perfect balance is a myth, but intentional balance is a choice you can make every day.